G'day, Tubby here from Camper Trailer. Today I'm going to do a bit of a review on some seat covers I recently purchased, which I'm going to install in my 2021 BT50. Just going to go through how they fit, front and rear, and the type of material I got and the reasons for it. Okay, so on opening the packet you'll see that I've got a number of different options for this vehicle. The front seat covers I've got here are actually denim. I've gone with the denim for the front just to reduce that sweating type problem some people see with them, and they're a little bit softer on the ride when you have them fitted. In the rear I've gone with the canvas. The reason being is that's going to be the hardware in the area where I want to chuck all my bits and pieces, sometimes a fridge if I've got it there, or hardware and gear or whatever else that your dogs, whatever you want to chuck in the back. It's going to be a little bit easier to look after, wash them. It's not going to worry about staining so much, whereas the front's probably a little bit more easy to stain if you're not that careful with them. But once again, I still want the option of having some protection for the seats. Alright, so on opening the package you can see that I've gone with a little bit of an option here of installing the vehicle logo on the seat. The seat is really good quality from what I'm looking at the denim on it. I think it's pretty well manufactured, and I'm happy with it being an Australian product. And another thing to look at is the base of the material here is that get a material that's not going to rip apart after a number of years, which I think this is pretty good, and also that it doesn't damage the existing fabric that's in your vehicle, which I think is probably a bit of a problem with some of the cheaper products you can come out and get from some of the other stores floating around at the moment, or order overseas. Also remembering too that these are handmade and Australian as well, so I like to support the Australian industry, and just remind people that I'm not getting sponsored for this at all. I'm just going to do a complete honest review of them. I've paid full price for these as everybody else does, but I think the investment of some decent quality seat covers is something that you want to consider, especially with a four-wheel drive, getting out where you're going to be tracking dirt and mud and crap for your vehicle as well. So this product here, when I purchased it, all up to around about $700 odd. So it's a big investment, but it does include, as I said, the front and rear seats. I've also got the headrests, and I've also got a center console cover as well to go in here. Okay, let's get into installing it. Just before I do, I just like to go through some of the obvious things that people mightn't consider. They will have a go for it anyway. So remember, with canvas, you're not intended to wash in a wash machine, and then also not intended to use a detergent. Just use a little bit of clean fresh water and soak them with rag or cloth. You can, with it's really heavily soiled, use a white spirit or similar coloured cloth rag when storing your bag of seat covers. Ensure they're completely dry. Do not leave them wet, they'll just ruin the canvas. With the denim side of it, don't wash in the wash machine either, because you can damage the Velcro, and the Velcro becomes abrasive and can destroy the foam lining as well. I would recommend, as does the company, hand warm washing with a light detergent for this part of it anyway. Hang them up, seat covers in the shade to dry. Normal sort of stuff when you're looking at cleaning things, and see how you go. Okay, to install the front seat, this is the driver's side I'm looking at now. First thing we've got to do is remove the headrest, like so. Move that out of the way for a minute, and down the bottom you've got your airbag panel. Locate the two tabs that hold the seat rest up, and just remove that out of the way. This allows us to attach the back of the seat cover to the seat itself. Go through that as we go along. Next part, make sure you identify the correct seat for the correct side. This is important so that you don't have an issue when you're lining up the side airbags of the vehicle. Right, the next bit I'm going to do is just install the top section of the seat cover down over the main seat section, and then lock it in place down the bottom with the tab supplied. Right, once the seat is relatively all the way down located, you'll see the next piece we've got here is this center section that goes down through the base of the seat cover, where it is located at the back of the seat, where the panel I lifted up earlier was for the airbag panel. Okay, once the seat's relatively straight and level installed. You've still got this piece on the side here that you've got to locate. It's not really that well explained on the videos I've seen, but the idea is that it gets tucked in between the plastic section you can see here and the cloth section of the seat, and then it's locked underneath the seat where you've got the strap that comes through. I'll just install it and show you the result. This is what I'm talking about here. You just got to tuck this tongue straight through between the seat and the cloth section, and then push it all the way under, and then stick it through, velcro it through, sorry, to the back of that section we passed through underneath the seat earlier. What you can see here, I'm actually pulling that section through. Now if you look through at the back of the seat now, you can see the bit I'm talking about is underneath this section here. You just see it pulled through under there, and that just gets locked to the back of the seat like so. And we do the same with the other side, and that should be the main section of the seat cover installed. Lastly, we reinstall the headrest and then fit the headrest seat cover in place. And next we'll repeat the same process for the other seat, and then we'll work on the rear seat. Okay, to fit the centre section, it's a good idea to lay one of your seats back and then fit it to the rear of the console first, and then just stretch it over the front like that. Okay, once fully installed, it should look something like that. Fold your seat back down, locks in place, good to go. Okay, next we're on to the installation of the rear car seat covers. So we've got headrests, we've got centre areas, so that's the centre section there. This is made up of the one that goes into the split fold seats, headrests there. All the sections we need, individual seat panels, and so on. Remember, on these ones here now, what I've done is I've got canvas for the rear and denim for the front. I'll explain the reasons for that earlier. Let's see how they go fitting. So let's start with the top section of the rear seat. We'll get rid of all the seat belts out of the way and fold down the seat and see how we're looking to get space in here to get this. Okay, rear seat, this is the top section. What I've done is taken out the headrests again, make it a bit easier, move the seat belts out of the way, and we're just going to install each little piece around the seat. I think it's a generic seat cover, this one anyway, for most rear seats. Should be fairly similar for these vehicles. What I'll do is I'll get it fully installed on the top section here, and I'll show you the end result of this part. Alright, as you can see, this one's fairly simple. It's just a matter of stretching the canvas cover over the seat and then just velcroing it in place and just aligning it up until it all fits in place. Now, like the front seats, you've also got this piece of canvas here that we just push through underneath. Helps if you fold the seat down a bit, get it all located, and then get the top section velcroed in place. Just to give you a bit of a better view of this back section, like I was saying with the front seat, completely pull through the velcro section here, little tongue there, and then lock it back into place on the bottom of the seat as I'm doing here. Right, just a note on installing this last back piece here. You might have to undo this centre locking sash here, which can just be done by just poking a key in the little hole here, allow it to come out, and that just folds back up again, allow you to finish installing the rest of the rear car seat. So there we go, that's the rear section of the back seat, the upper section. And as I can see, you just keep working the canvas through on the seat until you get it relatively firm to where you want it. Canvas is not going to be as easy to work as what the denim part of it is, but the end result's still pretty good. So a bit over there we're going to look at, but that's pretty much it. Next what we're going to do is this centre section here, then we'll start on the bottom of the seats. Right, to access the centre section where your cup holders and stuff are in this vehicle, just a matter of pulling that section down, and this section here will just fit straight over it. I'll show you that. Okay, that's the centre section piece installed. Like the other bits, all we're going to do is just find that centre flap area, pull it through, and then just lock the upper piece to it. There we go, that should be done. Back in place. Done. next bit. Right, the next bit I want to install is the headrest. They're divided into two of similar size and one that's obviously a smaller one. So the smaller one being the centre one. Let's get that done and install the headrest here. Okay, that's the rear back part of the seat done. See the headrests are all in place. Canvas isn't quite as forgiving as the denim. However, I think for the use of a rear seat, it's far better for versatility and chucking stuff and not worrying about and getting stains and stuff in your rear seat. Alright, just when you're installing this last piece of the bucket base section, you make sure that you've got enough room for your seat buckles to go through the centre section there. It'll be a bit harder to get them done up later. Right, that's one done. Fits quite nicely. Nice and smoothed off as you can. Buckles go through evenly. On the next one. Okay, so this is the final result. Front seats here, as you can see. Centre console's done there. This is the denim in the front. I think it's a far better material for driving. In the back, I've got the more durable canvas. Fits pretty good fit. The company I got them from is called Superfit seat covers. You can see them, superfit.com.au. I get no kickback, no sponsorship, no anything from this. It's just a product I bought. For me, I think they're a good all-rounder. They're well made, and once more, they're an Australian product. So let's get out there and support our Australian companies. Thanks again, Tubby out.